Hi and welcome back. In this video, we will try to write an HTML table using table tags. But before we begin, let me show to you what a table is. In this example, our table has 4 columns and has 5 rows. The intersection of the column and rows is what we call the table data. In some application, they call this cell, especially in worksheets. But for HTML, this is called table data. To begin writing our own table in HTML, let's open our Dreamweaver and start using the table tags. I have already defined the site that we will use for writing our HTML table. So between the body tags, let's write here table, and then between the table tags, we will write our first row, tr, to indicate that we want to write a row, and then between the tr, we will write here td for our first column. To add another column, let's write here another td and another one. So basically, we have one row with 3 columns. Let's save the changes, and then let's try previewing this on our browser. Open in browser, then I'll choose Mozilla Firefox. Okay, at this moment, there is no result that we can see on our browser because basically the default behavior of an HTML tag is it doesn't have any border, it doesn't have any width. So let's go back to our Dreamweaver and let's add some attributes in our table so that we'll be able to see our table in our browser. So let's add here width 200. This means that our table has a 200 pixels width. And then let's add here a border of 1. That is the thickness of the border. And then let's save the changes. Then let's go back to our browser. Then refresh. So there you go. There we have now this little table at the top corner of our browser. So let's go back to our Dreamweaver and add some content to each column that we have. So let's write here column 1 and then column 2 and then for the last part column 3. Let's save the changes and let's go back to our browser. Then reload. So there you go. This is our first table. But let's add more. Let's go back to our Dreamweaver and this time we will add some cell spacing and cell padding. Cell padding is a space inside of your table data. So let's add 5. Then save the changes, go back to our browser, then reload. So as you can see, we have the space inside of our cell or the table data. Again, let's increase this. Let's go back to our Dreamweaver and let's turn the 5. Let's say 10. Save, go back to our browser, reload. Again, it increases the space inside of our table data. So this time, let's try using the cell spacing. Just next to our cell padding, I will add here cell spacing. Then I will give it a value of 5. And then let's see the changes in our browser. So there you go. The thickness of the border increases. Again, let's go back to our Dreamweaver. Let's turn the cell spacing from 5 going to 10. Save the changes. Go back to our browser, then reload. So there you go. So the space within the border is called cell spacing, and the space inside of our table data is called cell padding. All right, so let's add more to our table. Let's go back. And then this time, let's try adding another row at the bottom. Again, I'm going to type tr to add another row. And then I will add here another td. Okay, so let's write here another column and then another column. and then another column. Save the changes, go to our browser, then reload. There you go. So we were able to add a row using the tr and a column using the td, and then with this border, we added the border attribute and assigned one to it, and then the spacing inside of our tds are called cell padding, and the thickness of our border is called cell spacing. Okay, that's all for this video, and then see you in the next lectures.